Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second header where we discuss India's win 3-1. Currently, last one day played India 262. Ishan Kishan scoring a brilliant 100, which we are going to start off with. Sudip. Sudip, right team finally ticking off. Maybe a little credit to Gigi on the T20 team.
No, see, more than GG, I think the batsmen are clicking at the right time, and that is a good thing. Just before the World Cup, they are just gaining momentums, and this is something. And what is most refreshing is to find Ishan Kishan batting so well after such a long gap.
And
He's
remember, he was kicked off by the board out
yeah,
of central contract, and we thought that
everything.
in today's dispensation, if he were out of BCCI, good books, he will never come back. But he's made a tremendous comeback. So your
Absolutely.
take on Sudip Ishan Kishan's revival? What do you think of his
I
redemption?
think it's a dream revival because the way he's batting, he looks to be in excellent form. And what is most heartening is also the return of form of Surya Kumar Yadav. See, if these two batsmen get going, so it will make our job a little bit easier. But this one place in contention, I think Sanju Samson has been a big disappointment.
You have been
Big
saying, and
disappointment.
your predictions are going so viral these days. I would suggest that yes, I think Sanju Samson going, Abhishek Sharma coming. We'll discuss that. We're coming to you, Sudeep. I have two specific questions for you. Washington Sundar and Tilak Verma's injury. Do you think it's a blessing in disguise for Shivam Dube? First question.
Yeah, I think so because Dubai would not have had a chance very clearly. I think Tilak Verma should play. He's a extremely level-headed cricketer. He can deliver the team
But
in
again,
trying
looks to be
situations.
not in the good books of the dispensation
No, but
currently.
he played,
And
right?
for,
But then if I'm thinking the Asia Cup final, he delivered brilliantly, right? India were struggling against
I think it's a
Pakistan,
very
no?
level-headed player. You rightly said because he
Yeah.
doesn't have rash shots. He
He,
plays cricketing
yeah, yeah.
shots
No,
to get
I see,
runs.
and think of it, Rahul. I mean, we were struggling against Pakistan in the final, then Tilak Verma just went out, kept his nerve, and he stayed till the last ball. He made India win. So I think Tilak Verma should be a straight yes, and I guess he would be fit by the World Cup. And I don't see Dubai is sort of playing well, but I don't know. I somehow don't rate this New Zealand team too highly. I mean, I don't think they're really. I think they are without some of their key players. But
Yes.
if this is the kind of bowling you get, then this kind of small grounds and these players, they have played they play IPL here, right? They know every single ground like the back of their hands. So this type of an opposition, they will just chew and digest, and they will finish off. I was very surprised in the way they lost that fourth one, right? That was a very, very bad thing, right? I mean, they were like 150 all out, and that was not a good. I mean, the opener Abhishek Sharma was out first ball, so it actually tells us that it's a bit
Abhishek
scary.
Sharma, I'll come back to Sudip on that.
Ah,
My feeling about Abhishek is he's more of a Shrikant player, too much hand eye.
well, he's probably more. I mean, of course, Srikanth in his time was, of course, like that. I mean, he was an exception during his time. Sharma has a much higher strike rate than Srikanth, but of course, somehow he does
No, I'm
not.
talking of the,
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, the
slam back, slack, slam
reflex
that
part,
side.
and you do
Yeah, yeah.
agree. I mean,
No, but what I
it's a
don't like is that he does not put value to his wicket at all.
that's
At
what
all.
Rajdeep said. Remember in the show that
And
he
that
can
is
be
sad.
150 for zero, or he can be 10 for one. That is the type of
That
player
is,
he
but that
is.
is bad, right? And see, that really
That's
matters in
bad.
a chase. See, when in T20, if you are batting first, then of course you have a target in mind, and there are other players who can probably do it if you fail. But when you're in a chase, then it's all planned out, right? You don't need to take stupid risks. I mean, you would probably not get any extra points for finishing the match in 10 overs. So why do that? I mean, against Pakistan, I remember, I think the first match, he was playing exceptionally well. He was really timing the ball. And then he played an utterly stupid shot after he had hit two sixes in the over. There was no need to play a very stupid shot and get out. So that way, I believe that is the only problem India has. I mean, you have a bad day like we had in the fourth ODI and then lose the match. And that is a problem. So there is where I feel players like Tilak Verma should come in. I mean, I don't think Shivam Dube is a first team. I'm also worried, Rahul, about Rinku Singh. I mean, Rinku Singh, okay, he has had a not out this time, I saw. But even today,
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't get too much chance, of course. But, these players are not really getting tested. So that is
Yeah,
what
that is
my
that is
concern
always a
is.
problem when your batting is too dependent on the top. So the 5,
Yeah,
6, and
yeah.
7 are
So
not getting
if you
tested.
suddenly have a bad day, then there is nobody going to, and especially we do have. You see, I think most countries now have batters till 11. India still has, even in this format, two, three bowlers who are complete bunnies. Okay, complete bunnies. I mean, Varun Chakravarti, if this guy plays, Kuldeep plays, Bumrah, all three are not really, you don't expect them to go out there and win a match if the team is 8 wickets down or something. Another concern that I have is Bumrah himself, because if you see, last match he went for 40 runs in 4 overs. So somehow he's not
Bumrah
being
has
the
been going for
force.
runs. We have been discussing since Asia Cup. He has been going for runs.
So that I feel is a bit of a concern. I don't think
And your
Bumrah
take
is
on
the
Washington
lethal
Sundar's
weapon
injury?
he
Do you
used
think if Sundar
to
goes
be.
out, what do you feel? If Sundar goes
Washington
out,
is unfair. No, no. See, this T20 team playing in India, we have just a wealth of players. I don't think Sundar will be missed because you're not going to have sort of. I mean, see, Sundar is a very solid bat, but I don't think he's a trailblazer. I mean, he's a very
yeah,
dependable bat. But if Tilak Verma
dependable
plays,
bat, more
I
of
don't
a
think India will
test
miss.
test test orientation.
ODI. ODI
ODI.
maybe. Yes, test though,
Mm.
absolutely. Test and maximum ODI. I don't think he's
Mm.
such a great person in demand for the T20 team. I think India in the T20 format with the games happening in India will be very hard to beat, and I don't think certainly they'll not miss Sundar. I think they have enough in the reserves.
T20 always have plenty of rags,
Huge
plenty of
options,
riches.
right? I
Huge
mean,
options.
the
Too many, too
huge
many.
options. And see, finally, Rahul, if they lose in India, it will be a national shame. I mean, then these players are playing IPL for the last very, very long time. They, as I said, they know these
And
pitches
with
back
Pakistan
of their
also
hands.
threatening to quit, most probably
Also,
they
I
will
mean,
quit the
most
India match.
likely
So that
will
match India
not
is getting a
play. Yeah,
walkover
what?
anyway.
So that's a joke,
And,
right? I mean,
and and
what is
Australia
happening,
with Pat
really?
Cummins and Steve Smith out, especially Pat Cummins. I think Australia is also weakened considerably. India looks quite strong to win this World Cup. Looks like on
I
paper.
think
Yeah.
if you really ask me, I think England and South Africa are the real. Australia, of course, is always very good on their day. But I think England and South Africa and maybe Australia, I
Without
think
Cummins also they will be good. But I think India starts as a favorite, almost
it's
60-70%
absolute,
favorite.
absolute favorite. I mean, it is this tournament it's theirs to lose.
Unless they mess up like 2016.
Yeah, something like that. You have a bad day in the office, that's what I'm saying. This match against New Zealand, that fourth one ODI, that is a bit of a shocker because
Oh,
getting
yeah.
out for 150 is, I think, bad. I
Mm.
mean that is what worries me. You have, and if you have one of these bad days in the for semi-final final, like we had in the 23 World Cup, right? That we were really
World Cup
dominant
final.
continuously. One
Yeah.
bad day you had in the final, and that was it. So you should
Thanks, Karan.
always lose a game, in the yeah.
Yeah. Sudip, your take
Mm.
on Varun Chakravarti not playing. Today he's playing, but
No, I think he's
what do you
playing
think?
today. He's playing today.
That's what I'm saying. But Varun Chakravarti taken off, taken on. Uh, is this a idiosyncrasy of Gautam Gambhir or do you think it was required? It's a required horses for courses.
No, I think he's trying out maybe, I don't know, very with Gautam Gambhir, it is very difficult to tell what he has in his mind. But I think maybe
Yeah.
he's trying out different combinations. Maybe he will choose between Kuldeep or Varun Chakravarti. Either both. The problem is Kuldeep is horribly out of form at the moment. He's
And as
nowhere
Ayan
near.
very rightly points out, today's cricket, if you are a bunny with the bat, then that's a problem. How good a bowler you are.
Both Kuldeep
Because both Kuldeep and Varun are very, very poor with the
bunnies,
bat.
they are bunnies
Varun a
with the
little
bat.
better with the bat, but both are horribly poor.
Kuldeep is slightly better, maybe, but he's not a slogger type of. He's a more of a
Saurav Ganguly
defensive
has said
batsman.
very recently in an interview that give me Varun Chakravarti, I'll win you the World Cup. It's like that when he was in South Africa. And people were asking how his coaching experience. He said, India's going to win very simply because Varun Chakravarti is in your team.
Yeah,
So
Varun
that much
Chakravarti.
confidence he has on Varun.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Varun is not being played by Gambhir. I'm not able to understand. So what
No,
is your take on that?
today
Do you think Varun will win this World Cup for India?
No, not
Varun
win,
can
but
win this World Cup.
actually, yeah, but he has this ability to take, important crucial wickets at important junctures. So that
And
is
not
very,
only one, when he takes two, three at a time.
and you never know, he might bowl, couple of very, economical overs. That is also a plus point with Varun Chakravarti. There is always some kind of mystery thing, element in his bowling, So that is a plus point, especially on Indian tracks. So I would always keep Varun Chakravarti in the playing 11 because you remember, he played, very well, in the Asia, this Champions Trophy. He was one of the better performers,
So, winding up, Sudeep, what do you think this win 3-1 or today 4-1 because India is
4-1.
272, very difficult to get. Do you think this will read too much into it, or rightly Ayan said, and I think very mediocre side, not many key players. We should not read too much into this 4-1.
We should not see it will give them some kind of confidence, but the one thing is that the mid the after Surya Kumar Yadav, no other batsman did not got the much chance to test their to try. They did not have much chance to display their batting skills or whatever, did not get much chance. So once if the top order collapses, then that is a cause of worry in important matches like against South Africa or England. If suddenly the top order collapses, then I don't know how this middle order is going to perform. So that is a cause for worry,
Right. So you were saying should not read too much into this tournament.
Yeah, now this it'll give them confidence, but should not read too much, in this confidence because
Okay.
this New Zealand is
Thanks,
not a
Sudeep.
very
Ayan,
strong side.
final call. Your first 11 for the first match.
Oh, that is a bit tough. I'm not a great T20, expert that way. I always will say, but
No,
I
no, I'm
guess
asking you because Sudeep made a good point that Sanju Samson might be dropped. So, your take on the team. Just your take on the top 11, first
uh,
match.
first match. I see this team. I would say that this current team that is playing, I would have Tilak Verma absolutely, definitely in, and Samson. Uh, whom would you replace Samson? I think.
I think
I don't
Tilak
know. My
Verma
name
may
Tilak
replace
Verma can,
Samson.
yeah. So that
Samson.
is a good
Ishan,
opportunity.
Ishan Kishan can open. Ishan
Yeah,
Kishan and
yeah,
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 Abhishek.
yeah.
yeah.
He can
That's a
open.
good choice.
Ishan
He
Kishan
can
will
That's a
open.
open.
good
I
choice.
think
So
Ishan
that
will
I
open
would
with Abhishek.
absolutely. I think that can be actually Rahul quite a good change. I mean, one can
Hmm.
probably have
Hmm.
Sanju.
Because
Sorry,
that kills
Tilak.
your wicketkeeper position, and you have a one position in the middle
Absolutely,
which you can fill
absolutely.
up. Yeah,
So no, but
yeah.
one thing is there, Ishan and Abhishek. I mean, Ishan, Abhishek, Tilak are all left-handers. So both openers being left-hand, that I don't think is a great idea. I think, of course, we did have, in Australia we had Hayden,
And Langer
and Langer, very very
for a very
successful.
period, long time, 10
Very, very
years. Yeah,
successful. And
very
Gilchrist was
successful.
also, he used to open in ODIs. So
ODIs. Yeah.
that's absolutely fine. So that is okay. But yeah, I mean, if I do not consider that both left-handers aspect, I think coming in with Ishan and this guy Abhishek, I think is a very good choice. And
So,
then
for your
after
team,
that,
it is Ishan and Abhishek. Then what is the rest of the team
and
for
then
you?
then I think what we have now is perfect. I mean, we have Tilak. I should put maybe Surya at number
Surya
three,
three.
probably. Number
Yeah,
three, Tilak at number
four.
four. Then
Hardik
then we
five.
have Hardik, sure, Hardik five.
Five. Then
Rinku Singh, Shivam Dubey, both playing that. I am not
I
sure.
also don't think.
I
Yeah,
would
one of the
probably,
two.
yeah, one of the two I would put. I would have, of course, Akshar. Akshar is a must, right?
Akshar and Rinku. You're saying Akshar Rinku or Akshar Tilak?
Ak-
No, sorry, Tilak is up.
I see
Yeah.
at the moment I would actually Rahul go with Shivam Dubey because I think Rinku Singh is having a bit of an issue. I don't see him. He had a horrendous IPL the last year. I would sort of. I mean either or. My preference would be Shivam Dubey.
So,
Shivam Dubey,
Akshar and
then come
Shivam,
with
6 and 7.
Akshar, and
Akshar Shivam. Okay.
yes, 6 and 7. Wait, is it 6 and 7 or 7 or 8? One, two, three, four, 5, 6,
6 or 7.
7. 7.
7.
No, Akshar is number 8. Akshar is number 8 because we
Then who
have
was your
Tilak
7?
Verma at number. Yeah, so I'm saying, so we have Abhishek and say Ishan, then
Yeah,
Surya Kumar, then Tilak Verma, then Hardik Pandya, then we have Shivam Dubey, then we have, okay, we have Akshar, yeah, right. We have Akshar, right, that is number
yeah,
seven, right. That is number
yeah.
seven. And I
Sky,
would,
Tilak, then you have Hardik, then you have Akshar and
Rinku or
Tilak
Shivam,
Verma.
I would play
Rico
Shivam,
Shivam.
Shivam,
Okay.
and
So
then
last
Akshar.
four would be
Akshar Patel is, yeah, no, last four, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bumrah, I mean, that is last. Bumrah,
yeah.
Varun. Now, depending on the pitch, I would have Kuldeep, yes or no. Arshdeep, see, the bowlers may, I think Arshdeep, Varun, and Bumrah should be Pakka. Now,
Varun
whether
Bumrah, Kuldeep or Arshdeep.
no, Kuldeep depends on the pitch. I mean, I think, see,
Okay.
opening, I would prefer a right hand, left hand combination. I think Arshdeep and Bumrah are very good. Then I would
Okay.
probably have Harshit Rana as well. Harshit Rana, I think, is not
Acha.
bad.
So because he's a
He
batter
can
also.
bat.
Okay.
So
He's a
I
good,
would
So
have
you
actually Harshit Rana.
so he's a
Rana.
good batter.
He's a very
so
good batter.
Ayan, your team is Abhishek, Ishan, Sky, Tilak, Hardik, Akshar, Shubham, Varun, Bumrah, Arshdeep, Harshit Rana.
Harshit Rana, yeah, yes,
So that's your team. Sudip,
yes.
your team, before we wind up finally for the day, or
I
the
think
same
I'll,
team of Ayan you have.
yeah, more or less the same team, except in place of Harshit Rana, maybe depending again on the pitch, you know. But Akshar Patel,
Mm.
I just would like to push him up in the batting order because at number 7 or 8, I don't think he's of much use because he cannot slog that. But it all depends on the match situation. Suppose
So you
couple of
are going to
wickets,
put Akshar at 5 and
yeah,
Hardik at
suppose
6.
there,
If you put Hardik at 6, then Tilak Verma goes off the team. And I
no,
don't think Tilak.
no, Tilak has to be in the team, you know. Tilak has to be.
Okay.
He's come one down for me.
So you were
Yeah,
saying
yeah, yeah.
Sky at 2 down.
Sky at 2 down, yeah.
I mean, they can
Okay.
interchange probably. They can interchange, right?
Yeah.
And
If
you can
see,
have.
Sky
if
and Tilak, you can
if
interchange. So Hardik,
Akshar Patel,
Akshar is 5, Hardik at 6, but I don't think Hardik will be at 6. Hardik, I think, is at 5,
Five,
more or
five.
less
Yeah, yeah,
fixed.
five.
Akshar, you know,
5.
in the suppose you know, couple of wickets fall very early, then I think Akshar
Hmm.
Patel can come in because at number 8, I think he's wasted his batting if
At
he were
tight
So
to
he's
use
Akshar
him.
coming
is
up agree with.
So I'll
okay.
just push
So
him
you are
up in
saying
the batting order.
Akshar at 5 is vested.
Remember in the T20 last World Cup or I think
Yeah.
Champions, he batted at number 5 or something of that sort. If you
Right.
remember, yeah, Akshar
No,
Patel.
Ayan is putting Akshar at 6.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
fine, fine. That is fine. That is
Yeah.
fine. That is fine.
So, okay. So for you, it's 5. Then Hardik at 6. Okay. Then
Hardik
who
at
is your
6.
7? Shubham.
Shubham Dubey. Shubham Dubey.
Oh, and the 4 bowlers
Shivam,
would be
Shivam.
same as
Four bowlers will be, Varun Chakravarti, Jasprit Bumrah,
Mhm.
Arshdeep Singh, and either Kuldeep or Harshit Rana, depending on the
Yes,
pitch.
totally
So it
agree.
is
Totally
almost
agree.
the same team as Ayan.
Yeah,
Almost
yeah,
the same
almost same.
team.
Yeah, same team. It is almost
See,
same.
Same team. Only
I
the
think
position of
Rahul,
Akshar changes.
I think the only thing that we are worried about is Kuldeep. I
Mm.
mean, having Kuldeep means you're taking out three batters. You have three
Yeah.
bunnies batting. That is not a
Yes.
good proposition to get into. And
Mm.
also, see, somehow Kuldeep and Varun, as bowlers, they're of a similar ilk. While Kuldeep is left-handed, he's a Chinaman googly.
Mm.
This Varun is
Chinaman, yeah.
also like a top spinner. He's mostly
Top
reliant on his
spinner. Yep.
googly.
Yep. Yep.
Googly
Yep.
tops. He
Yep.
doesn't really do leg breaks, but he has this. I mean, he's one of these like
And
uh,
T20
And
being a
one more
very
factor,
batting
we
dominated
must
game, so we
take
have a
it,
problem with Kuldeep.
and
Kuldeep,
we
we have a
must take into
problem.
one more factor, the due factor. If India bowls second,
no,
due
yeah,
Yes.
is a big factor,
absolutely. That is a
in
huge
these
factor.
conditions.
So
Yeah.
what I was trying
Spinners.
to say was that actually Varun is like Sunil Narayan, so to a certain extent.
Yeah, yeah.
Sunil
Correct.
Narayan at his prime was a complete terror,
He was
right?
a terror, yeah.
Terror.
So
At his
this
prime
guy
was a terror.
is
Absolute terror.
terror, absolutely. So Varun is somewhat similar, but he's probably faster than Sunil Narayan. But Sunil Narayan had much more variation, much more variation. But still, I think Varun is he doesn't play test matches so much, so he's kind of a unknown
No, I think
proposition
Varun
as
has
well.
never played a test match. He has never
Never,
played a test
Never.
never.
match.
So it's not that people know about him too much,
Yeah.
right? So IPL, of course, he's a big player, and so most
Yeah.
of these other, our international players, everybody plays IPL now. So that way, no player is really unknown. But Varun, that way, I think he's kind of similar to Kuldeep in that type of bowling. I mean, both one is leg break. I mean, mostly Chinamen, whereas this guy is also in the same way. I mean, he's not so much of a leg break bowler, Varun Chakravarti is mostly a topspin
So your
bowling,
teams are
fast.
same. Only Lakshya's place swaps between Sudeep and Ayan, and Kuldeep, and obviously a problem with Kuldeep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So almost the same team. And of course, if Pakistan forfeits their game, I think India will anyways be in the semi-finals. So
A
looks
joke
to
of a
be,
tournament. The tournament
yeah.
becomes a joke, right? I mean, you have
Tournament is becoming a
Pakistan
joke.
playing.
No Bangladesh, no Pakistan. I mean, weird tournament. Yeah, on that note, thanks, Sudeep and Ayan. We look forward to a very exciting next 1 week, 2 weeks, where Bengal
Yep.
probably will try to be in the semi-finals, and also the World Cup starts. So obviously, we feel that India is going to be the favorites with so many ifs and buts, and playing on their home ground. And I don't think they will make a mess of 2016. On that note, we'd like to thank you, Sudeep and Ayan, and the last show of January. And we look forward to the next shows, of course, with big shows coming up with Rajdeep Sardesai in 4th or 5th. And we'll keep you updated on that. Thanks and good night.